Hi everyone, it is Stargirl the Practical Witch, and welcome today to my channel. For those of you who are new, I am a psychic, a medium, a tarot reader, an astrologer here on YouTube, and I use my gifts to help guide those who feel a little bit lost. So in today's psychic reading, we are going to get the juicy details of what you can expect, but before we go ahead and get started on today's reading, I do want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors, Keen, who were kind enough to make today's video happen. For those of you who do not know who Keen is by now, Keen is an online psychic service that allows you to talk to vetted psychics and intuitives from the comfort of your own home. And because they are an online psychic service, there is always going to be someone available on Keen to talk to you 24/7 and any day of the week. And trust me, everyone, there have been numerous times where I had to call a Keen psychic in the middle of the night because I was having a love issue or a career issue, and there was always someone on Keen available to talk to me. Keen has got me through some of the toughest times in my life when I was completely lost about my love life, completely lost about my career, and just needed some answers. Keen was there to give me answers, and this is why I'm such a huge fan of Keen. Now, Keen was nice enough to offer the first 10 minutes for only $1.99 to everyone who goes to my link, trykeen.com/stargirl. The link is in the pinned comment as well as the description. If you use that link, you will get the first 10 minutes for only $1.99. Now, after that, prices vary depending on which psychic that you go to, but when you sign up for Keen, they are constantly sending you discount codes and deals so you can save money. Now, when you sign up for Keen, you are going to have to fill out a brief survey answering some personal questions. But these personal questions are going to get you matched to a psychic that is just right and perfect for you. I personally have been using Keen now for about 2 years, and the reason why I stuck with Keen is because Keen predicted my 2020 right on the money, so I came back to Keen for my 2021 prediction, and so far the reading has been scarily accurate. I've come to Keen for a lot of different psychic readings, including answers about my love life as well as career, and every time I felt lost, this psychic that I go to, she always had the right words of wisdom to say, which is why I highly recommend keeping a relationship with a Keen psychic when you find one that you really vibe with, because the more you develop that relationship, the more and more accurate the psychic readings become. So if you guys want to go to a psychic service that you know is 24/7, any time of day, whenever is convenient for you, where you can talk to someone from the comfort of your own home and have them be affordable and accurate, go to trykeen.com/stargirl. Get the first 10 minutes for only $1.99. This is a steal, guys. I highly recommend grabbing this deal while it is here. The link is in the pinned comment as well as the description. Thank you guys so much for sitting through that. Now let's get back to the video where I'm going to show you the options. These are the following options, 1 through 5. Once you pick one, the timestamps are in the pinned comment as well as the description. I'll be right back. Hey group number 1, let's take a look at what Mercury retrograde is going to bring to you. So this is for any Mercury retrograde, because I know sometimes Mercury retrogrades come up and we get nervous about, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? So I'm going to read the tarot cards and kind of just decipher the energy of what we're seeing here. And what I feel for you guys, group number 1, is Mercury retrograde is going to give you the chance to recharge your ambitions. And what that means is that during this Mercury retrograde, you might be sleeping more, you might need more time to kind of just relax, you might go on a vacation, or kind of just take a break from what it is that you're doing. And the whole point of this is to help you reawaken a passion that you have, because sometimes when we're just tired and we're burnt out and we're cranky and we've been rushing for so long, we just lose the passion in what it is that we are doing with our lives. So this Mercury retrograde is giving you a time to relax, kind of give in to your indulgences a little bit, to sleep a little longer, eat a little more, kind of just lounge around a little more than you normally would. And this is simply to help you bring back the spark and creativity in your life. I know sometimes, like when we get in phases where we feel tired and we feel lazy and we feel like we want to eat more food and watch more TV and lounge around on our phone more than normal, and it's harder for us to get out of bed, we get really hard on ourselves, like, why am I doing this? I should be working, I should be going. But like everything in life, like the ocean, what we need to realize is life is a cycle. We are not always going to be go, go, go. We are not always going to be feeling ambitious. Even if we are disciplined, we're not always going to be feeling it. And I feel like you've gotten to the point where maybe you weren't feeling it because you were a little burnt out. So what this Mercury retrograde is doing is giving you some time to sleep in a little longer, to eat more carbohydrates, to not be as productive and kind of just give in to your indulgences a little. And this is for the purpose of recharging your spirit and allowing you to get that extra calorie in, get that extra rest in, so your body is storing up to produce this amazing creative outburst you're about to have. Now, this is why I absolutely adore astrology, because astrology kind of just shows you the cycles of the energies of the universe, and we can use astrology to map out when the best time is to go after our goals. And actually, astrology is something that every business owner should use, in my opinion, and also anybody who is ambitious in life, because through astrology we can see when it's time to rest and when it's time to go. And Mercury retrograde for you guys is definitely a time to rest. During Mercury retrograde, feel free to sleep in, feel free to eat a little more carbs than you normally would, and don't feel guilty about it, because know and trust when Mercury retrograde is over, you are going to feel ambitious again. You're going to be feeling more ambitious, more creative. You're going to have more life force and energy than ever to go after your goals if you allow yourself to rest during this Mercury retrograde. And that's really what I see. So furthermore, what I see for you, group number 1, is I feel like you were going through a process relatively recently. It is Mercury retrograde right now while I am recording this, so bear with me. But it kind of feels as though you were going through a period where a lot of your old beliefs about self, your ego, was dying. You were releasing your old identity, you were releasing who you used to be, and the way that you saw the world completely started to change. And that was very traumatic for you. That was very stressful for you. Then you entered a period, and this is relatively recently, because what I'm being shown through the energy of these cards is your spiritual progression over the last 2 years. So then the next step that you were on was transforming yourself. And this is actually what I'm seeing the most recent step you were on. You released your old identity to embrace a new identity. And that included literally changing the way that you look. It could have been going on a self-improvement journey where you started taking better care of your appearance. You started buying clothes that made you feel good. You started becoming the person you've always wanted to be. Maybe in the past you used to admire other people, like if only I could be like so-and-so, if only I could be that happy or that charismatic or that popular or that confident. You started to release your old identity and turn into the person you always wanted to be. So you started your self-improvement journey, and in that self-improvement journey, you leveled up your self-love, you leveled up your self-care, your grooming, and for some of you, I'm even seeing that you leveled up your wisdom and your mind through reading level up books or through watching videos on YouTube about how to level up, how to radiate boundaries and self-love, because now you do. It's almost like you went through a death of your old self. You re-blossomed into you 2.0, the newest version. And now what's happening during this Mercury retrograde is you're finally stepping out of yourself. Because I feel for you, group number 1, with this ego identity, you were so busy being born into the new person you were meant to become, this new self, that it was very inward focused. It was a very lonely journey. But now with this Mercury retrograde, you are making room for love and connection and friendship in your life. Friendships, connections, and romantic friendships, but people around you who are going to be in alignment with the new person that you have become. This is the next step of your spiritual journey. But also what I'm seeing is this Mercury retrograde is helping you figure out, what old people do I need to release? What old situations do I need to release because they used to resonate with me as the old person that I was, but now I've turned into this new, more self-confident, self-assured person. I've made this major transformation, which means that the people that I used to resonate with, I'm no longer resonating with. The jobs that I used to resonate with, I'm no longer resonating with because I'm on a different level, because I have made that transformation. So now you're figuring out, okay, what jobs do I need to release? What people do I need to release? What old situations from my old life do I need to release now that I have fully transformed? That is what you are figuring out during this Mercury retrograde. And by the end of Mercury retrograde, you will release those people with confidence, and new people who resonate with the new self you have transformed into will come into your life. And, I know a lot of pick a card. It's a random pick a card online, but I will say for those of you who have really went on that self-love journey and found that love within, but you still want to experience life with a romantic partner, even after all of that self-love work, that is something you are going to manifest as soon as you release old energies. Because the thing about magic, guys, is I talk about this a lot. When you want to manifest new into your life, you have to give a sacrifice. A lot of you probably have heard of the term sacrifice when it comes to witchcraft. It means clearing out old energy to replace it with the new energy, the new blessings that need to come into your life. This is why they say it's not good to carry a lot of storage in your home, to hoard in your home, because where it hoards, I heard, is in your lungs, okay? Like in your lung cavities, because there's always a physical, spiritual connection. So it's almost like you're getting rid of the old junk that you no longer need to make room for the new blessings. And that's what this Mercury retrograde is going to do for you. And also, a lot of you guys with ambition in the Six of Wands. I used to always read the Six of Wands as career success, but now as I've developed my craft, I have realized that the Six of Wands just means victory and confidence and recognition for something that you have been working towards. So whatever it is you have been putting action towards, Because when I see Nike and ambition, obviously, I grew up in capitalistic America. So when I think of Nike, I think of just do it, which is action. Whatever you've been putting action towards, you've been feeling ambitious towards, that you have been wanting to succeed in, that is the blessing coming in for you to replace all of that old junk you were throwing out because it no longer resonates with the new vibration you're at. Maybe before you used to get along with this friend, but now you're realizing, hey, it's not that I'm better than them. It's just that this friend is doing things that I've healed from, and I can see it now that I've healed from it, and they don't seem ready to change, and that's okay, but we're just going on different pages. Or this could be with a relationship. For others of you, if you've been manifesting a relationship, a soulmate relationship, this is coming in because this person is going to mirror to you the self-love you have developed in yourself. Because remember, guys, your outer world is just a reflection of your inner, what's going on in your mind. This is why the age of Aquarius, a lot of people talk about the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius, what it is in astrology, Aquarius rules the nervous system. It rules the brain. What we're figuring out with the age of Aquarius is the brain is a computer. And the more that we program our brain and we're in control of our brain through affirmations, through healing, through self-reflection, through journaling, the more we have a more cohesive outer reality. And I feel like that's what's happening for you. You're just leveling up here. So Mercury retrograde, guys, that's what it's going to bring for you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. All right, group number 2. Let's take a look at today what Mercury retrograde is going to bring you. And like I said, guys, this works for any Mercury retrograde. It doesn't matter which one you're watching it for. We're just going to clarify with the tarot and the energy of what it is that it's going to bring you. So I'm seeing that you guys took a huge risk in life. So what I'm pretty much seeing is a trajectory of your spiritual journey. And I'm seeing that there were a lot, like probably in the last year, there were a lot of changes that went on in your life. I'm kind of seeing you guys probably moved a lot over the last year, or you guys left a very long-term marriage or a long-term stable commitment. I'm also seeing it could have been just like totally changing your life completely over a few big changes that you decided to make. It kind of looks like you just went through a lot of transitions and changes, and you made these changes by following your intuition. You were following some sort of internal compass. You cannot really pinpoint what it was. It's almost just your intuition told you it's time to end this relationship. It's time to walk away from this job. It's time to make this big move. And you did. And it was almost like you were just following what your feelings were telling you to do. And it was almost like kind of how the birds know to migrate in the fall. That's kind of what happened to you. And I'm seeing that because you followed your intuition, because you went through all of these great changes, like this kind of looks like you went through it. I'm hearing you went from being dirt poor to making a lot of money. You went from being in a long-term marriage to completely single. Or you completely changed the structure of your life based on an intuitive feeling. And now what this Mercury retrograde is going to do for you is it's going to bring you in a lot of cash flow, a lot of abundance, a lot of money. I'm hearing that you're setting a solid foundation for yourself for the future. Some of you have started your own business, or you have your own business, or you finally have gotten a job that really satisfies you emotionally, that makes you a ton of dough and a ton of cash. And let me tell you something, guys, because I am seeing the trajectory of your spiritual journey right here, the changes, the awful changes, the shadow work, the healing, of course, that's never forever in the past. I mean, this is a spiritual journey. We're never going to be completely done with healing. But the worst of the changes, the worst of the unexpected, the worst of the tower moments are over. Okay, this is your time of healing and reaping rewards. So the next phase of your spiritual journey is going to be the fruits, honey, of your labor. So money is going to come in. There's a lot of people who want to work with you, who want to fund you in some way, who want to give you contracts. You're going to be making money like it is nothing. Money and wealth is going to be attracted to you because you went through this massive change that has led you to what it is you're meant to be doing, your soul purpose for now. Because remember, soul purposes change over our lives. It looks like those massive changes you made were to lead you to self-love, self-mastery, and your true life purpose. So a lot of money is coming in for you. And you know what's crazy, guys? I also feel that this Mercury retrograde is going to make you hear from somebody who is interested in you romantically. I'm hearing that you're going to get some sort of message. This person is an artist, or they're a crafter. They build furniture, or they build things with their hands. They might be creative. They do something with their hands that is creative. And I'm hearing that your journey or your beauty inspires them to create, kind of like you are a muse. And I want to let you guys know that if you do put your work out there, or if you are people who are well known in your work field, I'm hearing that great people admire and respect what you are doing, and you actually behind the scenes or secretly inspire a lot of great people. You inspire a lot of artwork. You inspire great people to change their mindset, to change how they see the world. You inspire people to create things from themselves with your authenticity and with whatever it is that you do throughout the day. Because remember, guys, it's not about what our talents are. This is a revelation I had. It's not about what your talents are. It's not about if you're the best singer or the best artist or the best YouTuber or the best tarot reader. What's important is the heart and soul and intention behind it. And baby, you have that heart, you have that soul, and you have that intention and sincerity when you create or do anything. And the reason why you have this intensity, the reason why you put so much soul behind things you create, is because you know what it's like to have hit rock bottom. Because when I see the 8th house and the burnt phoenix and the moon, I know life has not been easy. I know you have tasted utter despair. You have looked defeat in its face. You have been humbled. Your whole foundations have been cracked. But you use those intense experiences to transform. And now your story, your energy, your mere presence and existence inspires other people towards their right path. And you've been the inspiration for people to start their own businesses. You've been the inspiration for people to change their lives in a positive way through demonstration of your own path. And I'm hearing that especially if you're someone who's well known in your field, you have inspired great people, and great people have used you as a muse to create art, to create poetry in a spinning image of you, because you inspire people like a great muse. And this Mercury retrograde is going to, I would say, attract to you a lot of love offers, a lot of love messages. You can definitely expect this Mercury retrograde getting messages from a lot of admirers. You might also be receiving a lot of gifts, people who want to gift you things, people who want to send you things they have made, people who want to do things for you, gift things to you. This Mercury retrograde is going to bring you a lot of admirers, a lot of love, a lot of gifts, and a lot of declarations of love from other people. So that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Have a good day. I'll see you later. Wow, guys. Group number 3. If you want to know what Mercury retrograde has in store for you, this is beautiful. I just want to let you know, group 3, that when I was doing your spread, you have incredible star power. You have the energy of someone who's just going to make it one day, who's just going to go viral one day, who's going to up and be famous one day or be well known one day. You have that star power. You have that kind of destiny. And I feel like what this Mercury retrograde is going to do is it's going to help give you the courage to put yourself unapologetically out there. I also heard some of you might be building or developing some sort of persona. Maybe you're developing a social media persona, or maybe you're developing some sort of character or show persona that you're putting out into the world because you feel that creating this persona will make it more likely for you to get success. So I'm also hearing you're learning how to be that star you want to become. And I'm hearing that it's only a matter of time before you do get discovered or before you do go viral. So this Mercury retrograde is going to kind of make you feel a little bit insecure. I'm seeing that you might feel more insecure than normal when it comes to putting yourself out there, or when it comes to being really bold and expressive. You might be doubting yourself a little during Mercury retrograde. You might doubt yourself to the point where it's hard for you to express yourself fully and take action on this self-expression or this creative gift or this passion, even though I'm seeing that whatever gift you have inside of you that wants to be expressed out into the world, it needs to be expressed out into the world, because this gift, this persona, this creativity you have, this passion you have, it has the potential to grant you fame with Capricorn. And this Marilyn Monroe figure here, this really looks like glamour to me. This looks like being well known for your craft, being well known for your talents, being well known for your persona. It's almost like this Mercury retrograde is going to give you time to reflect on what works for you professionally and what works for you and what doesn't. So I kind of feel like you might feel more insecure. You might not want to be as putting yourself out there as much. You might be more contemplative, but I really feel, because remember, when Mercury goes retrograde, it's a time for us to slow down. Mercury is the planet of communication. It is the planet of work collaborations. And when it goes retrograde, it means we get kind of more introverted. We slow down a little bit. So I feel like this is giving you a chance to slow down a little and reflect over what your next actions are towards your goals, or to reflect on how can I tweak my talent? How can I improve myself? What is working for me when it comes to my art, my talent, and my passion, and what isn't? For those of you guys who, you haven't begun exploring this glamorous job yet, I feel like this Mercury retrograde is making you think, okay, am I just settling in my job? Am I just settling in my career because I don't feel that I am good enough to achieve the success I want at this creative or glamorous job? Because some of you might have a secret dream, but you're like, I don't know if it's too late for me, because I'm seeing the time glass. You might think, oh, I'm too old, or I'm not pretty enough with the wilted roses, or you might just be questioning your abilities and be like, am I being unrealistic? But actually, this Mercury retrograde is pushing your passions more. It is really revealing to you your passions, and that you and your soul really wants to experience you having joy expressing yourself with this. You have a passion, guys. You definitely are one of the lucky people that have a passion. You do something that makes your heart sing. You have a dream that makes you get up in the morning. You have this need to express yourself to the world and be seen and noticed for it. And that is a rare gift. I mean, I know plenty of people who have struggled with finding something that they feel that passionate about, that they want that bad. You guys have that want. You have that passion. You have that thing that makes you feel alive. And I'm seeing that it's absolutely something you could get could be seen for, because I do see for this pile that you are extremely glamorous and you have that it quality that you need to make it. So I feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to kind of just show you how badly you want this, but at the same time help you be practical about how you can get it. Maybe tweak yourself a little more. Maybe there's a way you can reinvent yourself or your hobby a little more. So that's the main message I see for you. Okay, so to further clarify, it looks like this Mercury retrograde is going to reignite ambition and spark drive and spark a creative interest or spark a hobby that you are very ambitious into achieving. So there's going to be a new passionate start to a dream that you want, or this ideal of life that you want. You're finally seeing what you want in life, and you're finally getting passion and direction about where you want to take your life professionally and what you want to be remembered for. This Mercury retrograde is going, this is your career path. This is what you want. Take action on it. This is the right thing. Because a lot of the times we ignore our desires because when we're younger, people tell us we're not able to make right decisions, or we don't trust ourselves to make decisions. But I'm hearing that you're going to start trusting yourself and taking action towards the career goals that you want, that you feel driven towards achieving. With the Nine of Pentacles and the secrets, this is a reminder from Spirit that you do have a quality about you that radiates, one day I'm going to be very glamorous, I'm going to be successful, or you have that aura of someone who's going to make it. You have star quality, or you have success quality. It's kind of like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, if we just assume that was a real movie. And Julia Roberts, even when she was a poor girl next door on Hollywood Drive, you could still see her. She was Julia Roberts. She had star quality. So it's like, no matter what situation you're in life right now, what you're unable to see about yourself is you do have that star quality. You do have that it quality. And that's something that is going to help you. And it's something that I feel you are oblivious to because of the secrets card. It's just a potential that is waiting to be unlocked in you. And now it's finally being unlocked. With the Four Swords and the Tower, this looks like a lot of you during this Mercury retrograde are going to make the decision to stop sitting on your dreams, to stop dreaming about it, to stop overthinking it. There's finally going to be a snap moment where you go, you know what? I'm starting to take action towards my goals. I'm not going to allow myself to just sleep on this anymore. You're finally getting hope. And because you're getting that hope, you're finally taking action towards it. And I want to tell you, with this Five of Swords and the action card, no matter how competitive you feel like this dream is, no matter how many people want it, I'm hearing that you do have a chance of beating the competition, and do not let that discourage you. And with the Seven of Cups and surrender, it feels like, no, we cannot know the outcome of it, but Spirit wants to kind of tell you, how are you going to know what's going to happen unless you try? It's not just enough to dream of it. It's time for you to take action. And how it's going to end up, we don't know, but you have all of the tools. Now it's time for you to stop sitting on this dream, sitting on the idea. And I feel like you're going to make the decision to go after it and kind of surrender to the process without needing to know, is it going to work? Because you're just going to feel so driven and so passionate about what you're doing that it's no longer about the end goal. It's more about, I want to give it a chance. I want to see if this works. I want to take action, because what do I have to lose? So that's what this Mercury retrograde is going to bring you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Wow, group number 4, look at you going through all of this healing. Oh, I love when that happens. So we had a ding from spirit, which means it's like an exclamation point from the universe as a sign. You have been going through a lot of healing. Jeez. So for you, this Mercury retrograde, because remember, this video is timeless, so it can be for any Mercury retrograde. But for this one, group number 4, you are going through massive healing. And what I kind of feel like is some of you built a foundation for yourself. This could have been a business. This could have been a career. You built a foundation for yourself that was not solid in the past. So you built a life on a foundation that was not filled with self-love and self-acceptance and healing and something solid. You built upon an unsolid foundation and you couldn't keep up with it. So what happened is over the past year, the universe forced you to take time to heal your body, mind, and spirit and fix that self-love issue. And a lot of the health issues that you were having were from not loving yourself, not taking care of yourself. And this is what I'm talking about, is you were given wealth, or you were given a business, or you were given a path in life, but it's almost like you felt you weren't ready for it. And your health suffered. You weren't able to keep up with the routines. A lot of problems arose, and this is because you built your life on an unstable foundation. And now what I'm hearing is you are releasing an importance on wealth, on status. Maybe some of you in the past, because you were so broke or because you were so poor, you put a lot of emphasis on having money, being well off, being successful, because it was almost like a knee-jerk response to suffering from poverty or suffering from not having enough. So a lot of you did not work on the self-love. You might have just focused on your material abundance and your chase for recognition or status or money or material things as a way to avoid the underlying issue, which was you didn't love yourself. So you were looking for external validation that came in the form of your career success or came in the form of you succeeding at work. You built upon a false foundation that was not based on who it is you truly were or based on self-love. So what happened was that was difficult because that foundation crumbled, and what you were left with was forcing to heal yourself, forcing to heal your mind, body, and soul. I'm also hearing something about the dragonfly. So right now, one of your insect totems, something that you're going to see as a sign from your spirit guides, is going to be the dragonfly. And I also saw emergence. So what this means is you were literally a baby your spirit guides were protecting over the last year, hiding you underneath of the mud so they could heal your wounds, so they could heal you. And as soon as those wounds are healed, you are going to emerge into the dragonfly. And I heard for you, when you guys start seeing dragonflies, and I mean dragonflies on posters, dragonflies in real life, just whenever you see a symbol or an actual dragonfly, this means that you are finally getting out of the healing phase, getting out of the mud phase. It's almost like your spirit guides were licking your wounds and tending your wounds. So it might have felt like you were hidden from the world, or it might have felt like you were going through a lot of healing where you had to change your diet, you had to let go of toxic addictions, you had to spend some time alone nursing these internal wounds. And Spirit is telling me that when you start seeing a dragonfly, this is when you know that the healing is mostly over and you are starting to emerge into a powerful, strong, courageous person who has strong boundaries. Because before, with the self-love in reverse, you did not have strong boundaries. You would kind of be too nice. You would overextend yourself and then feel resentful later. You tried too hard to please others. You put others on a pedestal, stuff like that we do before we love and discover ourselves. We're all guilty of it at some point or another, where we're like, I really hope these people like me, instead of going, are these people on my level? Are they on my vibe? Trying to impress and please others instead of impressing and pleasing yourself, which caused a lot of, like I said, stomach issues. Like I'm feeling a lightness in my stomach. So you had some stomach issues right there. This is your solar plexus wasn't healed. So your foundation kind of crumbled a little bit, because before you were building on unsolid grounds and it wasn't based on an empowered decision. So what's happening for you is you're going through a great time of healing and spiritual growth. And when you emerge out of this time of healing, which I feel like it's going to happen when this Mercury retrograde is over. So at the end of Mercury retrograde, you're going to start seeing dragonflies, and you're going to start emerging into a strong person who has strong personal boundaries. I'm also hearing girl boss, or just being a boss, being an alpha. If you identify as being a guy, you're turning into someone who has alpha energy, who feels sure of themselves, who feels confident, who is a natural leader, who is sophisticated, who stands up straight and tall and isn't afraid to stand up for themselves and face confrontation. You are developing this inner strength and this inner power and this sophistication that's coming from you doing a lot of internal healing. Now, one of the things I'm seeing with this pride card with like all of the lions, there's something to do with family here. So I think this Mercury retrograde is going to bring the family closer together. It's going to make you and your family a lot stronger, because remember, when we make the commitment to heal ourselves, a lot of the times what we're doing is we are healing from the past. We're healing from our roots, which is our family. We are becoming aware of the dynamics in the relationships. We are starting to forgive ourselves and our family and see things from a bigger perspective. So all of this healing is helping you actually grow closer with your family and your family unit. And this closeness that you have with your family is going to bring you a solid sense of security that you have lacked before. Maybe some of you have always felt you were on unsturdy ground. You felt like growing up, nothing was stable. You felt like there was no solid foundation. You felt like you weren't properly protected. You felt like everything was just, there's no safety net. But now you're developing the safety net with a family unit, and it's bringing you a lot of security. And I'm hearing that your family is starting to become secure as well, and your family luck is changing. And I'm also seeing an image of most of your spirit guides are most certainly ancestors. I'm going to repeat it again. Most of your spirit guides who watch over you on this plane, because we do have spiritual guides that guide us through this 3D dimension in little ways. They are mainly your ancestors, your grandma, your grandpa, people in your family. The spirits of people in your family surround you. And what they want to tell you is stop being closed off to life and to connection and to people, because some of this healing, it's like you're coming out feeling extra protective of yourself. You're shielding your heart. Your ancestors are telling you, or the people watching over you, they're saying that it's time for you to open up your heart, open yourself up to life. Don't mingle with the dead. Don't focus on the dead. Like, because I know my spirit guide, my grandma told me this. She said, she's one of my ancestor guides. She said to me in a meditation one time, it's really nice how you honor me, but don't forget to honor your mother. Honor the people that are alive right here and right now. Don't always just focus on the past. Focus on the present with the people who love and care about you. And I feel like that's what you're also starting to realize as well. Also, one numerology that's really standing out for me is I really do feel it is part of your destiny at some point in your life to be some sort of teacher. I feel like you're going to teach other people, whether it's through your career or just through what you do, how to become as empowered as you. You definitely have a natural teaching ability. And I do feel that spirituality, mentorship, being a leader or being a teacher or being some sort of role model. And I also heard philanthropist. I see you guys going overseas and helping underprivileged people when you're older, kind of like how Angelina Jolie did. I see, and Audrey Hepburn, I see you guys really doing a lot of philanthropic work overseas where you help underprivileged people. And I also see you getting to be empowered in your life and then being a role model or a teacher or an inspiration or a spiritual leader or some sort of public authority figure who inspires and shows other people how to heal and how to become empowered. I see you doing that at some point in your life. So I guess this Mercury retrograde for you is mainly just about healing yourself. And actually, part of the way you're going to heal yourself is by healing other people. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde is just for you about healing and coming closer with your family pack. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Hi, group number 5. So all right, well, you want to know what Mercury retrograde is going to bring you? It is going to bring you a whole spiritual awakening and an epiphany, because I feel like you are realizing that your outer world is a reflection of what's going on in your mind from imprints and patterns of the past. So you're figuring out a lot about how your mind creates your reality. You might have stumbled upon something that told you that the only reason we can perceive things with our senses, our vision, touch, smell, feel, is through electrical impulses in our brain, which tell us what we are experiencing. Therefore, there is no way to prove reality is real. Therefore, the perception of what your brain is picking up, the reality your brain is perceiving in this world, is consisted on your thoughts, your habits, your patterns, your thinking patterns, and your beliefs. So you're realizing, oh my gosh, some of you ran into a very difficult period in your life where you did not think miracles were real. Maybe there was a pause in your belief and manifestation. Maybe some of you were suffering from some intense anxiety, feeling like you were a victim of life. And then you, from these challenges, I'm hearing, you learned how to manifest better. And you learned how to manifest better by, instead of trying to control your outside world, trying to control with love spells or trying to control what was manifesting in your life with obsessive law of attraction. So instead of trying to fix your outer world so you had the right friends, the right partner, the right amount of money, you started to go inward and heal and fix your mind and say affirmations, listen to subliminals. You started reprogramming your mind to be a healthier place, to think of yourself in a healthier way. You started realizing that your subconscious mind that holds all of your past experiences, that holds all of the emotions you didn't want to address, that part of your mind controls how you perceive reality. So you started doing a deep dive of, how can I trick my brain into releasing more dopamine? How can I trick my brain into being more productive? How can I manifest better by reprogramming the way that I think about things? So the way that you're thinking about things and your beliefs are changing. Some of this could have been triggered by the right book or the right spiritual teacher, but there is something that you have been improving, and I do believe it is your mental health. And it is your perception, and you're also improving your manifestation ability. So with this Mercury retrograde, essentially what's going to happen is you are going to see so many wishes of yours come true. You're going to see so many manifestations come true. You're going to see so many intentions come pouring in for you, that you're going to be like, wow, I had no idea I actually had this much power over my reality. You are going to be in shock of how fast and how many of your manifestations are coming towards you, that you are going to feel more empowered, more in control than you have ever before. Because you have figured out through hardship, and I just saw a crow or a raven, so some of you might have been seeing a lot of crows and ravens. Through hardship and through just despair, you finally hit rock bottom and you released addictions. You became in control of your mind. This is what's happening for you. And now you are with the Seven of Cups. The universe is offering so many doorways to you. They're giving you all of your manifestations in the physical form. You're seeing all of your manifestations come through for you at once, and you're realizing that you have so much manifestation power, and you have so much power over what manifests in your reality. You're taking back the power. You're getting out of the victim mentality where you're thinking everything happens to me. You are realizing that instead of trying to change your outer world so you're happy, you're starting to change your inner world. And through changing your inner world with affirmations and positive thoughts and changing the way that you see things, you are starting to have a reality reflected back at you that is filled with everything that you've always been manifesting that just didn't manifest. Maybe before you were trying to manifest passion, you were trying to manifest creativity, you were trying to manifest friendship, you were trying to manifest love, money, you were trying to manifest the right conditions for you to be happy. But they never seemed to come through. They were always stuck. And this is because you were first supposed to change your mindset so you could be in alignment with the things that you want. So this Mercury retrograde is going to bring you all of the wishes that you have been manifesting, and it's going to show you just how powerful you are. You're also going to see massive improvement in a skill that you have been working on. So maybe you went through a great physical transformation, a personal transformation. Maybe you've been working really hard on improving some aspect of your life. With this Mercury retrograde, what's going to happen is you are going to see great growth and improvement over a period of time. Maybe you go back and you look back at a few months ago and you see, wow, I have improved substantially in that area or that thing so much in the last few months. I should be really proud of myself. You guys are finally starting to see how much you've grown and how much improvement you have made in your life. You're about to look at yourself and be like, wow, oh, we had a ding from spirit, a confirmation from spirit. You are about to look at yourself and be like, I have grown so much since when I started out here. I am so proud of myself, and what you are developing for yourself is self-trust and self-mastery. You're trusting yourself more. You're becoming more confident in your abilities because you are seeing your growth, and you are seeing how you and you alone took yourself from one situation into a better situation and improved your life. And I'm hearing you did it all on your own through self-discipline and self-mastery. And because you had discipline with yourself, because you reparented yourself, because you took yourself out of the situation, you're having a lot of trust in yourself to get through any situation, and you're realizing that all of these doorways are about to open to you. And these are the things that you have manifested through self-discipline, through self-mastery. That's beautiful. So this Mercury retrograde is going to show you how much you have grown how much better you have gotten at something, and it's going to show you just how powerful of a witch and manifester you are because you have changed something in your brain, and now you are attracting all of your manifestations, and it's going to make you go, wow. Your perception has completely changed to become more empowered. Your perception has completely changed to become more empowered. And this is also increasing your energy and your drive. Before, you were in a victim mentality. You were waiting things to come to you. Now you're taking action towards the things that you want, and your actions and your risk, they are lucky. And they're increasing your self-love. So that's all I have for you. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you later.